It was supposed to be a simple birthday. No drama. No surprises. Just a small dinner with friends and one chocolate cake. That was the plan. Emma had baked it herself. 3 layers. Dark chocolate sponge. Raspberry filling. Glossy ganache on top. She even practiced piping the name in perfect cursive. The problem? She forgot one small detail. It wasn't Mark's birthday. It was next week. No one noticed at first. The candles were lit. The lights were dimmed. Everyone gathered around the table singing confidently and loudly. Mark looked confused. Guys, my birthday is the 18th. It is the 18th, Emma said proudly. Silence. Her best friend checked her phone. Emma, today is the 11th. There was a pause. Then someone laughed. Then everyone laughed. Except Emma. She stood there, holding the cake knife like a betrayed chef in a cooking competition. You told me it was today, she accused Mark. I never said that. You implied it. How do you imply a date? The argument lasted exactly 12 seconds before someone suggested the only reasonable solution. Fine. We celebrate twice. And that's when things escalated. Because if they were celebrating twice, then this cake couldn't just be a mistake cake. It had to be the official pre-birthday cake. Which meant next week's cake had to be bigger. Better. Competitive. By the end of the night, the group chat had already turned into a full-blown cake rivalry. People volunteered to bake. Others claimed they had secret family recipes. Someone said they were bringing fireworks. It was no longer about a birthday. It was about pride. 1 week later, the apartment looked like a baking show finale. 3 cakes arrived. One shaped like a motorcycle. One covered entirely in edible gold dust. And Emma's masterpiece, a 5-layer chocolate tower with a spinning cake stand she borrowed from a neighbor. Mark walked in. His eyes widened. You're all insane, they sang again. Louder this time. The cake table collapsed under the weight. Frosting exploded. Raspberry filling hit the ceiling. Someone slipped. Someone else screamed, laughing. Mark stood in the middle of the chaos, covered in chocolate, smiling like this was the best mistake ever made. Emma looked at the disaster. Then at him. Next year, she said calmly, wiping frosting off her cheek. We're ordering pizza. But secretly? She was already planning something bigger. They thought it was over. They were wrong. The cake table collapsing became legend. Videos were posted. Slow-motion frosting explosions. Dramatic background music. Mark falling backward into the sofa with chocolate all over his shirt. Within 24 hours, the group chat renamed itself the Cake Council. Someone created a poll. Annual competitive baking championship, yes or absolutely? There was no option. Emma pretended to roll her eyes, but she had already bought a new mixer. Mark, meanwhile, made one dangerous mistake. He said, Honestly, I think Josh's cake tasted better. Silence. Emma froze mid-sip of coffee. Josh looked proud for exactly 3 seconds before realizing what he had triggered. You think? Emma asked slowly. Mark tried to backpedal. I mean, they were all great. Too late. Now it wasn't just about size or decoration. It was about flavor. Technique. Honor. The following weekend turned into a test run. Josh showed up with a caramel-salted espresso cake. Just experimenting. Emma responded with a pistachio-white chocolate creation she claimed was casual. Someone else brought a lemon meringue because why not diversify? Mark tried to suggest ordering snacks from a store. He was ignored. The competition spread beyond birthdays. They baked for movie nights. For random Tuesdays. For it's raining outside occasions. Neighbors started knocking on the door asking what smelled so good. At one point, the building manager had to send a polite message asking them to reduce flour usage in the hallway. It escalated further when someone proposed themed rounds. Childhood nostalgia. Exotic ingredients. Only 5 ingredients allowed. Emma once spent 6 hours tempering chocolate just to prove a point. Josh bought a blowtorch. No one knew why. But he used it. Every gathering ended in laughter, sugar crashes, and dramatic taste-testing speeches. Mark, unintentionally, had become the official judge. He tried to stay neutral. He failed constantly. One evening, after yet another intense round involving mango and chili, the power went out mid-presentation. The apartment was dark. Candles lit the kitchen. The cakes looked like strange art sculptures in the flickering light. They all sat on the floor eating directly from plates balanced on their knees. No rankings. No arguments. Just sugar-covered smiles and crumbs everywhere. Emma leaned back against the couch and laughed. You know this all started because I can't read a calendar. Josh nodded. Best mistake ever. Mark looked around at his friends, at the mess, at the ridiculous tradition that had grown out of one wrong date. He raised his fork dramatically. To accidental celebrations. Everyone cheered. And the Cake Council officially declared the 11th of every month a mandatory baking night. Not because of a birthday, but because sometimes the best traditions begin with frosting on the ceiling and a table that couldn't handle the pressure.